So I'm coming to you from the This Old Relic Garage for this little video short. I'm pretty excited about this. I got a new piece of equipment in, and it's not really for professional use. It's just kind of my own personal use. But it's this tractor, garden tractor that's right over here. That's Chad over there on the mower. I got him to help me out around the shop here. But this might look familiar a little bit. This hasn't really been around for too long, this particular tractor, but I got one exactly like it. It made an appearance over in Season 1 in the background. I think it makes a little bit bigger of an appearance on Season 2, but it's not the same tractor. This one here, hey Chad. Yeah, you're on camera. So, this one here is a little bit different. The other one, which I've named Big Red, is... You can see over here by Chad's foot, this is a 265H. Big Red is a 264-6, which means it's a manual 6-speed. H is a hydraulic, which means I got this little pedal over here on the side. I don't have to shift gears. You know, push it forward, and then Chad's foot's actually on the reverse. This up here is the brake, but and I don't have to shift gears or anything, and I can control whatever speed at any given time. Usually it's pedal to the metal. But I picked this one up because Big Red, this one had a snowplow on it. And Big Red, I was going to put the snowplow on Big Red. So that was the kind of logistics behind it. You kind of have to get the accessories with the tractors a lot of times when you're buying them used. It does have the standard, Toro wheel horse, broken hood. Just to kind of give you a little bit of history about the 260 series, as it's referred to, like Big Red's a 264, this one's a 265. These were kind of considered to be the, I guess, end of the wheel horse line. This was one of the last tractors, actually one of the last decent tractors, I should say, that they made out of wheel horse. But they started going into the plastic hoods, just like pretty much all the other legacy brands, Cub Cadet and that kind of thing, and the plastic dashes instead of the metal, and they're just not considered as well built. This is actually a very nice tractor, though, for the most part. So this is what happened. When I got this, it didn't run. I was able to get it started on some starter fluid. I guess... it looked like there's some kind of fire in it. I'm guessing what it was is the guy was using grass fire. It was a grass fire instigated by some starter fluid, which looked like it burned up all the gas as well as a lot of the electricals. I disconnected some of this stuff. Just to make sure that like the PTO doesn't fly off and burn up or something like that. It's already kind of burned up. But so I put a new fuel filter in, new fuel lines. It seemed like it had bad gas. Cleaned out the gas tank. I put some Berrymans in the tank. It's some newfangled thing. I usually use Seafoam. I was watching YouTube and some other guy was recommending Berrymans. I don't know if he gets paid by them or not, but anyways. I went into Walmart. It was on the shelf next to the Seafoam, and it was half the price. So I decided to go ahead and give it a whirl. Seems to be doing pretty good. But when I got it, it had the wrong carburetor on it. So that was probably one of the issues, and one of the issues why, it's just a whole lot of this, what the heck were you thinking, kind of done on this. So this is, the air cleaner's all burnt up. I might actually try to salvage that after seeing how much they are. And just get a new filter for it, because I think it'll work. And it should actually seal on here, and then there's a cover that's really kind of wonky, but that should be fine. It's mainly that the filter seals on there that's important. And so I ordered a new carburetor. We got the right carburetor on there. Thing runs, it just runs really well. So there is still a few issues. I have to jump the solenoid over here, so I'm guessing the solenoid's bad. I do have one I think is good, that I can try to go ahead and put it on. If not, I'll just buy a new $6 solenoid and try that if that one doesn't work, only because I have that one sitting in a box over here. So we'll try that and see if that works. If not, we'll get a new one, see if that works. If not, that means it's probably deeper. Maybe something with the fire screwed up some of the wiring or something. I'm sure that I've got blown fuses in here. The lights don't work. You can see that the wires are all the insulation stripped off of them. And yeah, but otherwise it runs. The hydro works. The deck's in a little rough shape, but I didn't get this for the deck. I got it for the plow. I'm thinking that this might be a designated plow machine, and then Big Red will be the designated mow machine. Or I could take the deck and put off of Big Red and put it on this one because, well, they have the exact same deck. So, this is the latest craze, the latest work on it. One of the other issues is there's something wrong with the steering. If you can't really see, but you see it's bouncing. The wheels are not turning at all. I looked underneath it. There's something bent, so I think I can bend that back. Otherwise, it's going to probably be a pretty expensive fix, and this tractor will probably not make it. Aside from one of the cheap fixes that I have for the hood, which I'll put in a later video, so you'll probably see that come season 3. We have to clean up the wheels a little bit, repaint them. I think it's missing one of the lugs in the back over here. It's got a really nice battery. We went with a die-hard battery, which I usually don't see those in garden tractors very frequently. They're usually the Decas. Either that or they're generic, the cheap battery you picked up at Walmart or Rural King or whatever. So it's actually not too bad of a tractor. Like I said, it wasn't a fire, but it runs great. We're going to have some wiring issues that are going to need to be addressed and fixed. I don't know if the PTO works or not, but then again, if I use it as a plow machine, that's not a factor. If I decide I want to use it as a mowing machine, I might use Big Red for parts and for this one, or I could use this one for parts for Big Red. I don't know. I haven't quite gotten around to figuring everything out. This was not exactly, I wasn't exactly planning on keeping this one after hearing it was in a fire. So, but it's overall in pretty decent shape. So I think I'm going to mess with it, and we'll see where we can take it and see where we can go with it. And if not, well, it's parts for Big Red, and that's that. If it turns out to be really nice, I mean, I'm probably gonna want to do some painting over here on the footboards. And this thing had a hard life. This one was probably stored outside, whereas Big Red was inside most of its life. But I keep referring to Big Red, but there's one other thing. I need a name for this. So if you have an idea for a name for this tractor, go ahead and put it down in the comments, because I'm awful at naming things. I mean, I have the Button, I have the Lawn Air 28 over here. I mean, this is what I'm naming things. Big Red was like the most creative thing I came up with, and like I said, it's pretty much just like this one. It's a Big Red garden tractor. So come up with a nice, fun, exciting, creative name, and just put it down in the comments, because I could really sure use your help on that one.